Hi, this is Dr. Pam Van Arsdell, and it's great to be with you again today. It's still October and we're still talking about breast cancer. Today, I'd like to talk with you a little bit about exercise and flax seeds. I know those two things don't really seem to go together, but we're going to put them together in the video today. Let's start with being physically active. The American Institute for Cancer Research has published a list of 10 recommendations to help people reduce the risk of cancer. One of those is being physically active. Another is maintaining a healthy weight. And that is true for breast cancer as well as all other types of cancer. A study on breast cancer found that women who walked at least an hour per day statistically significantly reduced their risk of breast cancer. So it's important to be physically active and maintain a healthy weight. Those are things, lifestyle changes that we can make that can reduce our risk of breast cancer. Now on to flax seeds. Flax seeds are a very interesting little seed. They have more lignans than any food we can consume. So what are lignans? Lignans are phytoestrogens that seem to dampen the effect of our own estrogen. And for this reason, researchers have been very interested in studying flax seeds to see if they have any protective effect against breast cancer. One such study looked at women who had suspicious biopsies. So women that had a suspicious breast biopsy were asked to consume 2 teaspoons of flax seeds for a year. And a year after the first biopsy, after they had a year of consuming the flax seeds, they looked at the results of the biopsy in these women. And what they found was, on average, the women had fewer precancerous changes, and that 80% had decreased levels of the biomarker of cell proliferation. So 2 very positive good findings there for flax seeds. So in addition, there was a study with women who already had cancer and were scheduled to go in for surgery to remove their breast tumors. This study was a double-blind, randomized control trial, which is the gold standard of research. So that's a really good thing that we have such a strong research method in this particular study. In this study, what the researchers did was they took women who were scheduled to have their breast tumors removed, and they looked at their biopsies at about 5 weeks before they had their breast tumors removed, and then they looked at the pathology of the tumor 5 weeks after. And in the middle of that time, during those 5 weeks between the biopsy and the removal of the tumor, they divided the women into 2 groups. One group was the control group, and they got the placebo, which was a muffin that did not have flax seeds. The other group got a muffin with flax seeds. And what they discovered when they compared the pathology from before the intervention to after the intervention, what they discovered was really 3 main things. In the women who ate the flaxseed muffins, the tumor cell proliferation decreased, the cancer cell death rate increased, which is good, and then the marker of cancer cell aggression decreased. All of those things in the women who ate the flax seeds. So I incorporate flax seeds in my diet every day. I buy the flax seeds and then I grind them in a coffee grinder and I put them on my oatmeal and smoothies. I also use them in baking as a replacement for eggs. I make what's called a flax egg. You just combine 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed with 2.5 tablespoons of water. Mix that up well, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and it acts as a binder much like an egg does. It's important to grind the flax seeds before we consume them, because if we don't, the flax seeds could just go through the system and not be absorbs at all unless we chew them really, really well. So I just choose to grind the flax seeds. Dr. Greger, in his book, How Not to Die, recommends 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed per day. Now, one more note about flax seeds. They actually don't contain the lignans per se. They contain the precursor. What is destined to become the lignan is in the flaxseed, but it's not actually the lignan yet. So when we eat flax seeds, our good gut bacteria, that is what converts the precursor in the flax seeds to the actual lignan that can be helpful to us. So if we're eating a lot of flaxseed and we don't have good gut bacteria flourishing, we're really not doing ourselves much good by eating the flaxseed. So if you might remember from a previous video, we talked about good gut bacteria and ways to make sure that they're healthy and very efficient in the work that they're doing and abundant, crowding out the bad bacteria. And really the takeaway from that video was fiber is very important, fiber in the form of plants, lots of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, and that diversity is very important. It's very important to eat a lot of different fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds. So I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about flax seeds and the importance of physical activity. I look forward to sharing more information with you in the videos to come.